record and download. They're doing enough. They're doing enough. Gabby sitting on there last night and ripping up that fucking court document. Biggest mistake she's made in her 33 years. Do you think a judge is going to like watching that video? With her sitting in front of that camera, smiling ear to ear like she's the smartest in the room? Tearing that fucking court document up and then saying she's not coming? Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. If you come in my chat one more time and tell me that Gabby's talking about me, you're getting blocked. So say it again. I don't care if you're a subscriber to me. I don't care if you've been following me for 100 years. If you tell me she is talking about me in that live over there again, you're getting blocked. I shouldn't have to threaten to block people. I literally just said 5 minutes ago, if you hear her talking about me, go listen to it some more. I don't want to hear it. So you're disrespecting me. If you cannot respect my wishes on my platform, find somebody else to listen to the tea with. I'm done fucking playing with y'all. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but I'm done playing with people. That judge can hold her in contempt for what she did yesterday. Sure can. And if the judge sees fit, because of her complete disregard for court documents and the way that she acted, if she doesn't show up, if he sees fit, he can issue a bench warrant for her arrest. He can also issue an order demanding her to appear in court. He sure can. He sure can. She's going to learn real fast she's not above the law. Court is December the 10th at 1:30 p.m. I don't care about nothing she's doing over there. I don't care about none of that shit she's talking. Every other word that comes out of her fucking mouth is a lie. I don't care. I don't care that Kaylee got on there last night and showed receipts of where their fucking money went here, there. I'm not suing you for money you raised for Gabby. I'm suing you for throwing me into a court proceeding fictitiously. Spell it. I'm not suing because of money they raised over there for her. I'm suing for damages that incurred for me having to go to Florida. I don't give two fucks about them receipts over there. I don't care. They need to work. Them receipts go to law enforcement, not my fucking civil hearing. Their fucking receipts weren't even brought up. I'm sorry, y'all. That's my southern twang. I'm a southern girl. A judge can give punitive damages, but it's all to his discretion. It's all to his discretion. She can be held in contempt for ripping them papers up on a live stream last night. She's a monetized creator. What they're doing for content. And courts don't typically like that they're using their proceedings for content. And Ms. Hernandez cannot get on there in front of a judge ever and say she does not use court proceedings as content, because she does. She uses Bree and 2K's court proceedings as content. She's used my court proceedings as content. She cannot deny that. There are facts on facts on facts that she likes to divulge herself into people's legal proceedings and monetize off of them on Favorite, YouTube, and TikTok. Those are facts. You don't get to monetize people's court documents. I think people should really go and read a book, especially when they're still in active proceedings. and then cry to a judge and tell them they don't have any jurisdiction. Well, if you keep getting on here making money as a monetized creator while you're causing damages to an individual in Ohio, they do have jurisdiction over you. And they currently have jurisdiction over her and Gabby both because they're under subpoena. This case has not been dismissed and they're acting a fucking fool on here. They are under a subpoena. Never would I ever be under a court subpoena and get on here and demand the plaintiff to show proof. I would never, ever, ever interrogate potential witnesses of the plaintiff. I would never get on here and continue to slander, harass, and talk shit about that plaintiff. I would never do it. I would never do it. I don't care about that bitch's safety plan. She don't care about that safety plan either. If she gave a fuck about that safety plan, she wouldn't continue to sit on this damn app talking about she's not on her meds anymore. She's not doing this anymore. That court ordered her to do her mental health and she's flat out, nope, you don't tell me what to do. That's her stupidity. That has nothing to do with me. Aaron's sitting over there the other night. It doesn't matter if a judge tells me to or not. I'm not listening, dumbass. That has nothing to do with me. They have no respect for courts at all. They have no respect for a judge's order. They have no respect for subpoenas. They don't have any respect for the Department of Family and Children's Services. They have no self-respect. And y'all expect them to act like they've got some sense in a courtroom? This woman is getting on here with chunky white shit dripping down her thumb. You think she's going to act like she's got some sense in a courtroom? Her looking at that camera last night talking about, I'm not going, who said that? Who said that? With that fucking look on her face. That is her running from accountability. That is proof beyond reasonable doubt that she hides from the police when they knock on the door. She hides from court service. She's hiding from all kinds of shit. Let them gas her up. I hope they put money on her books. I hope they put money on her books. I hope they do. If she doesn't show up and Kaylee does, that's unfortunate for Kaylee. Because Kaylee's going to have to answer to this shit by herself. That's a good friend, huh? I know, I seen it. If neither one of them show up, then it's a default judgment. Doesn't matter to me. Kaylee's got a second hearing coming up in January. She should be getting served on that soon. Yes, the second one is for me. I guess they think because they asked for it to be dismissed that means it's granted, but it's not granted. Hey, Digital. I don't think that I need to give her credit for rage baiting at all. I think it's fucking sick. I think it's gross that she can sit on here and cause people to feel the way they feel and relive trauma the way they've had to relive their own trauma and then sit on here and cry like a fucking bitch. I think it's fucking gross. I think it's gross that she has to throw her entire moral compass out the window just to make a couple of rusted pennies on TikTok. I think it's fucking disgusting. I think it's even more disgusting that she decided to speak on Mom of the Bees. Don't go there, bitch. Don't go there. Don't go there. Gabby did. I know she's unstable. I know she is. But anyways, my purpose of this live was just to get on here to the people that are gassing her up in that box. You're pushing her further in her delusions. And I just hope when they fucking throw her ass in jail, every single one of y'all that are sitting over there claiming how much you love her and support her and you're there for her, you best stay for the whole fucking ride. Stay for the whole ride. Don't abandon her. Don't abandon her. She sits over there and tells everybody how she doesn't have any friends, and that's the reason why she opens up and says so much to the internet. Don't abandon her, because her accountability is coming. Whether she shows up to this court hearing on the 10th or not, she's going to be held accountable. Period. So don't leave her hanging. Gabby tore up her court documents last night on a live stream. She thought that she was the smartest person in the room. She doesn't understand legal proceedings. And what happens is every time when I filed this suit on Kaylee and Gabby, they were served separately. Kaylee got her copy, Gabby got her copy. When Kaylee did her motion to dismiss, I responded to Kaylee, because it was Kaylee's motion to dismiss. When Gabby filed her motion to dismiss, I responded to Gabby. Not to Kaylee and Gabby, just to Gabby. So when Kaylee responds and I respond, everybody, when you're doing this, if you're doing it according to court procedure, you're making 3 copies of everything that you're filing. The court gets a copy, you get a copy, and the other 2 defendants get a copy, or plaintiff and defendant. Everybody gets copies of this stuff. So she received a copy of a filing that was made on Kaylee, and then she sat on that live stream last night and tried to make me look stupid, saying, well, she put my name on the envelope, but it's Kaylee's document. Now, what I find funny is that she sat on there and kept saying that last night. But before she said that, she said Aaron told her that she got a letter from the court. So that means on that envelope, it did not say from Chastity Muetch. At the top left-hand corner, it said Marysville Municipal Court Clerk. And then at the bottom, it had Gabby's name. So she got on here knowing that that envelope was from the clerk's office. She tried to pass it off that it came from me. She tried to make me look stupid, saying I put the wrong paperwork in there. And then she proceeded to rip it up with a big ass smile on her face and looked square at that fucking camera and said, I'm not going anyway. I'm not going anyway. I've got that on recording, Your Honor. What do you think a judge is going to say about that? I almost feel sorry for her. Because she has no idea. She's mentally ill. She doesn't understand the consequences and repercussions of her actions because she's never been held accountable for shit. She doesn't get it. She would have never done this at all, period, if it weren't for Sean encouraging her to do it. She would have never walked back in that courtroom. She was terrified to file another document. Y'all know that. Y'all know that. She would have never filed one fucking paper if it were not for Sean. I'm sorry that you don't like the fact that people are saying she's mentally ill, but I'm telling you right now she is. Because ain't nobody in their right fucking mind gonna keep pushing this bullshit. It takes somebody extremely sick to come up with the shit that she's coming up with. She is not right in her head. I don't care if you agree with me or not. That woman is mentally unstable. And every single one of y'all that keeps saying she's not, you're wrong. You're wrong. Yeah, she ripped it up, but that was after she filed a motion to dismiss and all the things. They filed these motions to dismiss and saying that they weren't properly served and all that, but you're fucking responding to these things. If you weren't properly served, then why are we responding? Because when you respond, you're throwing that fucking service shit out the window. You're responding. Then why are people going after a mentally ill person? Maddie, grab a box and I'll explain it to you. Because just because you have a mental disability doesn't give you a fucking pass for being a shitty fucking human. That's why. Just because you're mentally unwell doesn't mean that you get to use it as a crutch to do the fuckery this bitch is doing. Just because you're mentally unstable doesn't mean that you get to get your feelings hurt because people don't like what you're doing and then land them in a fucking courtroom. All of us have mental issues. I have mental issues myself. Thanks for the gift, y'all. You don't get to claim ignorance of the law. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. You don't get to sit on the internet and do all the shit you're doing and then turn around and tell a judge, I'm not smart enough to represent myself. When you're calculated and you're out here fucking coordinating shit. She might not be book smart, but that girl is calculated as fuck. She knows what she's doing. You can have a low IQ and still be smart. I'm just saying. And truth be told, in my personal opinion, those IQ tests are just numbers. They're just numbers. I think I'm a pretty smart person, but what if I go take an IQ test and I make a 61? Does that mean I'm fucking stupid too? Y'all have been sitting here listening to me talk for 4 years. If I took an IQ test tomorrow and it came back that I was a 61, would everybody turn and say, oh, she's a dumbass. She's dumb. She's smart. She's stupid. She's stupid. No, it's just a number. It's just a number. She is subpoenaed to appear on the 10th of December at 1:30 p.m. If she does not appear, it is to the judge's discretion what will happen after. One of them has requested a Zoom, but I have objected to the request. I feel like because they have a third party helping them, and I've been told that Kaylee plans on having one of them in her ear when she goes in that courtroom for credibility and authenticity. I've asked for both of them to have to appear in person. I cannot know with 100% certainty if they're on a Zoom hearing that they don't have somebody sitting next to them coaching them. That is a legitimate argument, and it has been filed. You're not messing with no 61 over here. For real. Let me just throw a little secret out there for some of those in the back that don't know. If it weren't for my misdemeanoring and my felonious activities in my 20s, you would be talking to an attorney right now, because that's what I wanted to be when I grew up. But instead, because I was a fuck up, I went to school for my associate's degree in business management. I have held and carried an associate's in business management for 22 years. I'm not a dumb bitch. And just because you think I don't work doesn't mean that I don't work. You understand what I'm saying to you? There's a reason. There's a reason. I'm not dumb. She can keep saying she's going to Disney on the 10th. She's under subpoena. She knows. She knows. Let it bite her in the ass. Let it bite her in the ass. I love y'all. I worked as a paralegal for a couple of years in Florida. Just a little part-time stuff. You know what I'm saying? It was fun. It was fun. But my career and my stuff that I do as a professional is it's surrounded by like hospitality and travel and things of that nature. I managed very big boutique hotels and stuff all over the country. I've done a lot, but my scope is around hospitality and travel. No, it won't be open back up till next week after Thanksgiving. If y'all are looking for a job, I can tell y'all there's 1.9 thousand people in here. If you're looking for a job and you need remote work for my at-home mamas, this is it, and I'm getting off. For my at-home mamas, are you ready? Get your pens. Tell me when you're ready. Tell me when you're ready. Grab a pen. Ready. Okay. Ready. Okay, here we go. V as in Victor, X as in X-ray, I as in igloo. V as in Victor, X as in X-ray, I as in igloo, solutions. Go to Google. Type in VXI solutions. Okay? You're going to go in there. You're going to put your specific location. Okay? Because there are a few states that they do not allow this to happen in. Okay? They are contracting folks out for Fuji. Okay? All you have to have in the beginning is a webcam, a laptop, and a microphone. Because you're going to be in Zoom meetings for the first week. It's your orientation. Once you get through your orientation, they will send you your computer, everything you need. Okay? The only thing you need to make sure is that you have a way to hardwire your computer to your Ethernet. Okay? You have to be hardwired. You can't use Wi-Fi. All right? It's full-time, paid training. And if you're there for a year, you get benefits. It's legit. It's legit. That is a work-from-home job. They are hiring all over this country for technical support for Fuji. They might have some part-time. You have to look. You can use a PC. They're going to send you a PC when you get through your orientation. But you have to, if you're using a PC during the orientation, as long as you have a webcam and a microphone, you're good to go. But once they send you your stuff, because of the some of the technical support that y'all would be doing if you got hired, you cannot have any other electronic devices in your office. You have to have a quiet space. So if you get hired on, and you get through I lost my thought. Once you get through all of that and they send you your equipment, you cannot have any other technical shit in the office. Orientation, there you go. Damn. My mind went blank, y'all. I do believe starting pay is $19.25 is what the starting pay is. Yes, VXI. There you go. Global Solutions. I'm sorry, y'all. Global. I left the global out. I think if I remember correctly, it's like 19 something. Hold on, there's another one. Also, Pie Baker FS and Go Apply collection starts between $20 and $30 an hour, depending on experience. Screenshot! Y'all screenshot that. Nana Tracy 8, just put it in there. Here, I'll pin it. There we go. There we go. Yes, thank you so much for reminding me. Y'all, to everybody in here, it's 1.7 thousand people. If every one of y'all will just go to my link tree right now, where it says Santa Shell Squad, grab a list, buy one thing. You don't even have to buy all of it. Just get one thing off of each list. All of it. Just get one thing off of each list. Every person on that, in that registry, all those kids will get at least one Christmas present this year. So if you feel like doing good, now's your opportunity. Right here, click on my picture, go to my link tree in my bio, and you will see Santa Shell Squad. Go in, grab a wish list, please, and just buy one or two things on there, because these babies deserve a Christmas, okay? Make sure to check it out. Make sure to check out that VXI Global. No, you don't have to send me anything. Nope. I don't want any receipts, nothing. I just want smiling babies Christmas morning. Yes, make sure to go do, that's a wonderful idea. Why would people look down on that? Y'all go donate some plasma. You get a couple of bucks in your pocket and you're helping save a life. Why would people look down on that? Hi, back. Hold on, before we go. So y'all know Stephanie sent me a plant, right? My fern. I put my plants next to the leg lamp for right now. Y'all see all my plants? Your girl's starting to get a green thumb. Toys for Tot. Your girl's starting to get a green thumb. Toys for Tot. Your girl's starting to get a green thumb. Toys for Tot.